All right, what's up, Migo-like geeks and freaks? I present to you Sancho, man of one disguise. That's Sancho. All right, so we got some cool stuff today. So we can get Sancho going here. Don't ask where Sancho came from. We've done that story quite a few times, and Sancho's just one of those dudes that he's gonna hang out here. I'm sure somebody will come up with a reason why Sancho's here. But anyway, all right, let's get going. So today I got a lot of cool knockoff stuff. I think Sancho's gonna have to sit maybe here. All right, I got some good stuff in the mail. I got some stuff I got the other day. I got a whole bunch of stuff new and some other stuff I want to show you. So let me start with some of the stuff that came in, parts and stuff that got in here. Some of the stuff is just junk and some of the stuff is good stuff. So let's start with what we have. So in this lot, which was, I have no idea where I just put it. That's brilliant. It's right here. All right. In this lot was a bunch of things that I needed, or some of the things that I needed. And it came in one of these cases. Now, I already have one of these. These are actually really cool. It's a case that was made basically for G.I. Joe or 12-inch figure. And they have this clear screen. And when you put the figure, I showed this to you guys before. This one's in really bad shape. Well, not bad shape, but worn out shape, played with. You'd sit the Joe in there to store him. And then it looked like with his head stuck through, he was driving the Jeep. Now, this one, the plastic I have for that's missing, but it definitely got a little damaged. This kid put some tape. I washed it up because it was filthy, but it looks a lot better now. You can see the handles off and so on. But anyway, it's a cool piece. It's vintage. That's all there is to it. It's well played with. But inside was this kind of newer, I don't know if it was a 21st century figure. So I'm not quite sure what his deal is. I'm not really into these newer figures, if you will. So we'll give him away or something. We'll do something or trade him or something like that. All right, what else was in here? So there is some really beat up shit in here. This is actually, I was trying to figure out where this was. So this is a snowsuit, right? I'll give you a better look into it. And if you take a good look, it's got this sticker on here, which is this sticker with the airplane. And I said, damn, where did I see that before? So about 2 years ago, Danny Gates sent me a carded Johnny Strong set. And inside on his clothes, sure enough, is this airplane. I'm not sure the meaning behind why they have this airplane on here, but this is from Johnny Strong. It definitely needs to be cleaned. It's a little dirty. I'm a little worried about the sticker, about cleaning it, so I have to go a little careful with that. Also inside of that was this pretty cool helmet. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty neat helmet. It's a very cheap plastic, if you will. A little hard to see. Sorry with the lights, guys, but let's see if this works any better. There we go. Cheap plastic. It's got these cool wings, and these wings remind me very much of the ones. I'll see if I could show them to you without knocking everything down. This is going to be fun. Now, this is not an original. This is a reproduction. It reminds me very much of the wings that were done on the Mr. Rock figure, if you guys haven't seen that before. Oh, Brian Sanchez, all the way in from Ireland, are you? Well, we there, laddie. It's Brian Sanchez, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Sanchez, all the way from Ireland. He lives in Dublin. No, just kidding. It does not. Brian is a good dude. We like Brian. He's a good dude. But yeah, so Danny Gates, I said, where's this from? And Daniel Gates was able to identify. This actually came from a Fighting Yank, I guess, pilot outfit. And this vest, I also noticed, comes with Fighting Yank. I don't really collect Fighting Yank, whatever. In addition to what was in here, which I thought was interesting, because the whole lot, the case, everything was $28. It wasn't a whole lot. It wasn't a whole lot for the lot. But this is a Durham, Billy the Kid action figure. And he's missing his hat. His face has got a little bit of red stain on there, you could see. But he's actually in good shape. I cleaned him up because he was dressed in this Mark's vest, which is one of the things that we got. And the way that this normally works is you would bring the hand back. There's a button on the back. And if you push it, he shoots. He's actually working. So I thought I would actually sell that off or trade it, but I might keep him. This is going to Mr. Brian Sanchez. This is a Action Jackson. It's actually in really good shape, Brian. It's Action Jackson Frogman suit. Brian, that's for you. That goes in the Brian pile over here. This also came one of the targets for the G.I. Joe training tower. I already bought targets, so this is an extra. We'll find a good home to go to. What also came there? Well, this naked Type 1 Migo body. Yep, Type 1 Migo body. He, where's your round of applause? There it is. This actually came with an Action Jackson suit on, but no head. So the kid was clearly violent. We have this camouflage poncho. Now, it doesn't have what I've learned was called a fortune cookie tag. And it's missing. So I'm assuming it's a knockoff one, although it does look quite good to G.I. Joe. This horrible raft, which is just, well, this raft wasn't horrible. It's horrible now. It was destroyed. You can see it's got holes and shit in it. What else? Some knockoff outfits. This is, I think, like some kind of, I mean, this is like ripped to shreds. Probably sew it back up, but it looks like they had this blue outfit, possibly with this blue kind of, I don't know what the hell that is. Airline hat or something. Don't really know. Dig that up. This, which Brian Sanchez was good enough to inform me, and it's stained to hell. It's also ripped. I could sew that. I could sew it, make it good, but this is a Navy sailor outfit, which Brian said they never made that in a G.I. Joe, being that there's no Hasbro fortune cookie tags or fortune cookie tags. We're just going to try and wash that, see if we can get some of the stain out with some shout. Here's the Action Jackson jumpsuit. It's, you know, it's discolored. Not really thrilled about that. You can't really see it in the camera. It looks good on camera, but it's all discolored down the side. I don't think you guys can really see that. It's yellowish. Yeah, it doesn't really show up on camera. Here's the window that's missing from that case I showed you. Looks like we have two knockoff helmets because they are marked. This one's marked HK, so it's a knockoff helmet, if you will. And then we had this one, which is also, this one's marked Hong Kong. It's actually a better quality helmet. I thought this was G.I. Joe, but I don't think G.I. Joe said, I think G.I. Joe said Hasbro, not sure. But this is one of the things that I was after, believe it or not, this plastic barbed wire. So the whole kit was $28 for everything so far. I'm not even done what's in there, just a few more things. But this is actually what I needed, and this thing goes anywhere $15 to $20 some, depending who you're buying it from. So we needed that for the big training tower over here. If you haven't seen the training tower, there it is. It's 3 feet tall. G.I. Joe training tower. Mine's not complete. It's got all the tower parts. It doesn't have all the accessories on the outside. But for $18, that was a steal. What else we got? Oh, well, we have this this incredible pirate necklace. Not sure where this came from, but if anybody is looking for their pirate necklace, please give me a call. It's over here somewhere. Nobody knows where that came from. It's probably just some junk. Here's some, I don't know what the hell that is. It's supposed to be a leopard belt. Not sure what kind of guy would wear that. What else we got? We have, looks like some more Marks parts. This looks like this was, I think this was probably, I'm not sure. It looks like a wig. I don't know if this was maybe Native American. There's parts missing. It's a Marks wig. A ripped knockoff boot. Sanchez, does this look like the, I know it looks like the mask for Action Jackson, but it looks like it might be a little big because it looks like maybe, I'm not sure. Looks like it might fit Fighting Yank better. This, no, it's too big. I mean, it's too small for that. All right, I'm going to send this to you too, Sanchez. I think that's part of the diver outfit. This crappy belt, which is just destroyed and rusted. And a flipper. No, not the dolphin. Okay, so that's what came. Oh, wait, is there more? Oh, wait, there's more. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, there's more. Hang tight. We also got, okay, this black G.I. Joe size Luger and a holster. Again, I don't know. These looks like, I believe these are mostly knockoff parts because pretty much everything in there was knockoff except for that, as far as I can tell, except for that G.I. Joe training tower set. Some green thing, which I don't know what the hell that's for. If anybody can identify that, let me know. And then what looks like, most likely, as Brian said, I believe is correct, looks like a knockoff kind of Colt 45. All right. Give me a second. It's hot as hell, man. Holy crap. It's warm down here. We're going to, holy shit. Careful, man. They're incoming. All right. All right. Here we go. Get back to where we were. That's funny. I'm actually watching it on Facebook this time. It's a 10-second delay, I've come to learn. So let's see if this comes up. Yeah, there it is. So let me turn off the volume because it's coming through. All right. So there's Daniel Gates watching with me and Marcus Aurelius. Okay, now I can see your comments on there. I'm trying to watch. I don't know if that the battery's going to last. But before I get to the really cool things, I'm going to put some of the shit back. I want to say Thursday. Well, actually, first of all, Saturday, I think it was. David Eon and LPH, which you don't know what that stands for. It's Lady Pop Hunter for Open by Chance Vintage Toys. Interviewed Johnny Shedrick, and that was really cool. And hopefully you get to check that out. I posted the link in Migo Like. If you're not a part of the Migo Like group, you should be part of the Migo Like group. It's a lot of fun. It's open discussion, no kicking for silly things or anything really for that matter. But anyway, and we're growing. Actually, that's actually growing. We are 22 people away from hitting the 700 member mark, and I was curious to see if we could do that before December, by December 31st. Anyway, so David Eon and Lady Pop Hunter interviewed Johnny. It's a great interview. I don't want to spoil anything. Go check it out. It's on their YouTube channel, Open by Chance Vintage Toys. And then this Thursday at 7 p.m., I'm going to be going on with the likes of Mr. David Eon and LPH, Lady Pop Hunter. And I'm not quite sure what they're going to ask me or want me to talk about. But, well, I do, but not really. Sort of. I know what the idea is. It's not planned, though. So then we're going to do that on Thursday. I have to be honest with you, I'm a little bit nervous because being on the other side of a conversation like that, it's definitely going to be different than when you're actually running the show. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's get on to some other stuff. Sancho, you're going to have to take a walk, pal, because I don't have room for you. I'm going to get some of these things back into the box. Brian, I will get you off your Action Jackson stuff. Remember, pirate necklaces. You know, speaking of pirate necklaces, just curious, and if anybody's interested in any of the crap you see here, please let me know. I certainly don't need any more nude Type 1 Mego bodies. Whatever happened to all those things that Mego was selling? You know, those things, the dog tags and the what was the other stuff? The dog tags, the guitar picks or whatever. Did anybody buy that stuff? Just curiously. That's because you guys bought that or anything. If you guys still have them, are they still up for sale? How about the wooden? Was it the M sign, the Mego sign? Like those hand cut things they made in woodshop. Did anybody buy any of those? Just curious. All right. Who does my hair? Oh, here we go. All right, everybody, step back. We have to have a moment of digression. Who does my hair? Your mother does my hair. Your mother. I do my own hair, damn it. Buckus, darkest Buckus. Yes, the wood block. The wood block. The wood block. I'm still waiting on the super bouncy balls. I don't know if the super bouncy balls are coming out. I really don't know. I don't know. But I want to show you guys some really cool stuff. So you guys are probably, for the most part, if not all of you, familiar with the G.I. Joe. That's a question they could ask. Oh, Jesus. So I'm trying to keep up with Sanchez's comments. That's a question they could ask. Who does your hair? Actually, it's a good point, Brian. I should prepare for those kinds of questions. But anyway, so all right. I'm trying to watch everything. It's hard to do and manage. All right. So everybody's familiar, I believe, with the G.I. Joe Amphicat, which is that yellow vehicle. It's got the 6 rugged wheels. They did it for the Tomb of the Mummy set, which is really cool. They did another version, which was just, I think they called it the ATV vehicle or something, the all-terrain vehicle. They did a red one, which has kind of tank treads, and it has that was the Fate of the Troubleshooter. I'm actually bidding on one of those now, and God, I'm hoping I get it because the thing on the back's really cool. It talks and has moving screens and all that stuff. The banana buggy, yeah, the banana buggy. So that's a good way of putting it, Buck. So I put a video up today, which I think Buck reminded me of the banana splits. If you ever saw them when you were a kid, the banana splits are riding around those 6-wheeled vehicles, spinning around stuff. And those are really cool. There's actually, I saw a video of a guy who recovered some. He bought a store that had a bunch of them left over from the 70s, I guess, or the 70s. And he got them running. I mean, they're basically like I don't know, lawnmower, go-kart engines, and they're really cool. Probably not that safe, but supposedly they're amphibious, so I wouldn't put it in the water today, but it's really cool. I'd love to have one of those, and maybe one day we'll look at getting one if it's affordable. So the other day I showed you guys this, right? I showed you the LJN Mr. Action jungle all-terrain vehicle, if you will, with the seat that pops up, so you can put stuff underneath. The rifle, which just coincidentally was sent to me by Brian Sanchez, which is the rifle. That is the LJ Mr. Action rifle that goes with this. I don't even know it, just by chance. Daniel Gates has found me the machete sword and the flashlight, so I'm excited. And the stickers in this are actually quite good, and it's in good shape overall. And if you take a look at the bottom, you can see it says LJN right here. There's the LJN, made in Hong Kong. The wheels on it work. They all work. It's a cool vehicle. I definitely like it. It's a cool knockoff. It is not easy to find. I'm going to tell you right now. And I also showed you this one first, which was the Land Sea Sled, and that's a knockoff of the GI Joe, all-terrain vehicle, or Amphicat, if you will. This is actually a knockoff of the GI Joe Sea Sled. The difference, the GI Joe Sea Sled, it had the handles like this one had that are broken off. It has a kind of a roll bar over it so the figure can fit underneath. The GI Joe one does as well. The GI Joe one does not come with treads. This one actually comes with treads that work. So it's a land sea sled, not just a sea sled. It's got great stickers on it. This is the only one I've ever seen at this point, other than a picture and an ad. I was very excited to get them. So I'm like, all right, very, very cool. Let's start looking for some more. So I dug around, and similar to the time I found that, I actually found another one which just arrived today. Now, what I like about this one's definitely on the fragile scale. What I like about this one, it's cleaner than the other one, meaning it's less dusty or worn out or whatever you want to say there. It looks newer. It's going to need a little work because I'm afraid the plastic that holds this driving stick, if you will, you can see that it's kind of bent down, and where that actually goes is into here. What I didn't notice till today is if you look on there really close, there's kind of a speedometer right there above the hole, right? There's a speedometer. And then the sticker here with kind of this, I don't know, sonar, radar. If you take a quick look, actually, they're the same. They just did them in different colors, which I thought was pretty interesting. This on the side, though, however, and it looks like kind of a tape recorder, like an old reel-to-reel tape recorder. And then it actually has, as I'm noticing now, which I did not notice before because I didn't look close enough, so this green sticker is actually the sea sled. It's actually this. It's a guy laying on the sea sled. So you guys see. The next one over is the mobile training base. And the last one, I believe, is a helicopter, is the gyrocopter. So these are the other sets that you can get in the Mr. Action knockoff stuff. I didn't realize that till just now, which was really, really cool. It's got all kinds of gauges and stuff going on in here. Can we show that? Oops, all stuff going on in here, gauges and maybe fuel levels. I don't really know, but it is missing the light, again, the gun, and this clip broke for the knife, but I don't really care. And then what happened is this would go in here, and there you go. And it's a very, very cool and unique knockoff. Now, they're both missing also the winch that goes in the back, which is just like the one that came, just like similar to the one that came G.I. Joe, but this is a much cleaner version of it. That's really, really cool. Now, just as a side note, checking out. Okay, so I'm looking at the stickers on the Land Sea Sled, and they don't have any other sets, but they do have this kind of cool plane being, I don't know if it's being targeted or it's watching them or whatever. It almost looks like an X-Wing fighter. But that's actually quite cool. I think that's actually really cool that they went ahead and they put the other sets in here. Again, the Land Sea Sled, which is the blue one I just showed you. The training tower. And then, of course, the gyrocopter, which I'm actively looking for all of them, as I love collecting knockoffs. We'll see what that's doing right there. All right, so what am I missing? I heard the Pearl Clutcher has them all in his mouth. Nice, Buck. Lou's looking for the rare knockoff figure called Banana Hammock Man. That was unfortunately, Brian, that never made it to production, but I heard somebody has the prototype. Soak it in hot water, Buck. Buck. That's not soft plastic. Well, shouldn't say it. That's kind of that porcelain type plastic where it's kind of brittle. But I'll try that. I will give that I will give it. Sometimes heat will restore the shape. Yeah, the one thing with it, Buck, that was kind of upsetting is that even this one's a little bit. You can see it kind of lost its shape a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm happy with it. It's good to go. I love the idea behind these things. This one I'm going to clean up a little bit over here. All right. So the stickers, yes. So Dr. Duran has stepped in, Mr. Richard Hurley, and he's absolutely correct. The stickers are what make these things. Without the stickers, it would just be a piece of crap. It is a piece of crap, but it's a better piece of crap with the stickers. The stickers actually give it life and character, right? I mean, it's just a green ATV, but put those colored stickers in there with these scenes, and so it just gives it life, right? It gives it imagination and things to look for. Okay, so I don't have the G.I. Joe vehicle to show you right now. There's probably a million people out there that have it. The only one I had, I sold. I had the whole boxed mummy set that I sold when I got rid of my collection. However, I do have a few of these that I could show you. This is more similar to the G.I. Joe, and this is actually the Irwin blow mold Amphicat. Now, the person that owned this put G.I. Joe stickers on it, Adventure Team stickers on there. They even put G.I. Joe stickers on here, and they put Adventure Team vehicle. Apparently, this is one of those situations where the grandma thought it was G.I. Joe and it wasn't. And the kid basically got, as you know, we used to get, oh, damn, it wasn't, it's not the real G.I. Joe. It's a knockoff. And you're a kid, so you did the best you could. It's made by Irwin, which is stamped in the back here. The wheels spin. They're just very, very simple blow mold. These are great. I love these things. Now, when they sell these, they sell them made for fits all 11 to 11 and a half inch figures. You can. It's a little small. It's okay. I mean, look at the size difference in this. This thing's tiny. This is made for a 12-inch action figure. Okay, this is made for a 12-inch action figure, and this is really more for an 8-inch figure because you put the 12-inch figure on there, as I showed you guys before, right? Sitting in there. I'll use this Fighting Yank as an example, and you can see how huge he is. He's like a giant. So we're not having that. So it's more 8-inch, but it's a great toy regardless. This figure, this is more, you could do G.I. Joe in here. You could do Action Jackson. Is missing the steering wheel. Sorry, forgot to mention that. And all the black is just painted. It's kind of looks like it's airbrushed or quick painted over. But to show you a little more in those, because I don't know, I know you guys have probably seen that, but have you guys seen this? This is a boxed edition of now the box is a little bit worn on the end. It's been opened. It's a little worn out, as you could see. But this is the rest of the box is in great shape. This is the Action Transportation for Daring Adventures Amphicat all-terrain vehicle by Irwin, scaled to fit 11 to 11 and a half inch action figures not included. Now, if you take a look at this box, this is colored. It's got black and also has yellow ink on it, right? For Daring Adventures. Very, very nice. Now, this is not the only version. Permission by Mobility Unlimited. So I guess the Amphicat must be owned by a company called Mobility Unlimited. Item number 5425 down here. This is actually a very cool thing. They're a bitch to find. They're more of a bitch to find in a box, and I got these probably 3 years ago when I was on my go crazy for Irwin kick. So I was buying all kinds of stuff. Let me show you the same vehicle in a different box. So you should be able to see the difference that this only has part of the picture and the rest is actually, they kind of separated a small picture with a nice title thing, that title section over here. Not recommended for children under 3 because of small parts, which is cut off. Same thing. Is it same item number? I'll tell you in 1 second. I believe it is. It doesn't even say. For ages 4 and over. This one doesn't have the item number on it. It's different. Actually, the item number is here. It's different. It is much different. It was held together by Staples, Irwin Toys Incorporated, subsidiary of Minor Industries, Inc., 205th Avenue, New York, New York. Do you guys know who else Minor Industries did? They did some of those play sets I showed you, like Today's Man, the big tent thing, and they also did some of the GI Joe with the lamination. The pictures were all out of scale. It's crazy. Which did Minor Industries did multiple toy makers, if I remember correctly. I have to remember that for sure. But yeah, so we actually have different boxes here. I'll see if I can give you guys both at the same time without it falling apart. The vehicles are the same for the most part. Stickers are good. There you go. You can see the difference. And I only bought them because the boxes were different. I like the vehicle. Let me see what this one looks like. I think one of these was in really good shape, but I think one of them's, yeah, look, here's a complete one. This is what it looks like when it's complete. See, it's got steering wheel. This one, the wheel's a little, yeah, one of the wheels is the other wheels inside. Got a little messed up, but it's in very, very good shape. And all you're doing is pulling these wheels out and pushing them in through there. But the wheel's on the inside. But the stickers are in very good shape. It says Amphicat on it, as you will. So you could see the difference. And it still says marked Irwin. So let me get him back in the box. Yeah, he was very, very good. Let's get this down and in we go. Why is this coming up on me? Because I keep hitting the damn touchpad. There we go. All right, this one, if I remember, is this one missing wheels? No, this one's actually, here's another one. This one, so this box is excellent shape, and I believe one person probably opened it. This vehicle is in perfect shape, and I mean brand fucking stinking new. The stickers and everything, there's a little bit of curl there, but that's about it. The glue's starting to come out, but it's in perfect shape. It's like brand new, as opposed to this, which has been quite played with, if you will. And even the colors, like this is more of a banana yellow as opposed to the first one I showed you is more of a lemon yellow, if you will. But yeah, but I love these. I love these. The box are fantastic. Y'all look so lovely tonight. You're so lovely. So lovely. Give yourself a round of applause. And while you're in the clapping mood. All right, so let's bring up some of the other stuff. So now I've showed you some of the cool knockoff vehicles from LJ's Mr. Action, which I love. Guys, they're very hard to find. These are not easy toys to get. They definitely will take some searching if you want to find them, especially the accessories, which I guess are pretty much seem to always be missing. I don't know how I'm ever going to find one with a winch unless it shows up, but there was a gentleman in the group who posted they did sell them in Germany on a company called Quelle, Quelle, and they show up from time to time. Yeah, the box, I agree with you, Rich, that the graphics on it are awesome. Those days of illustrating, and I mean, that's just illustrating, but the days of illustrating and painting, I mean, that's all gone now, isn't it? I mean, you got the guy in the front, and then you got another guy over here. He's running around the terrain. It almost looks like where the banana splits are. They're in the middle of the woods somewhere. As you can see, in the middle of the woods, doing their mojo. Just fantastic stuff. Now, oh, that's just the tape. Sorry. My fault. Don't want to do that. That's why we're all messed up. Okay. All right. So let me show you a couple other things from Irwin that you might like. Sort of the stickers, close enough toys, like the gay toys. Very true, Buck. Very, very true. All right. I'm going to show you this. I have two versions of this. I did not open this because it hasn't been opened. The staples got messed up, and it did take a little bit of water damage, as you could see from the end. But this is also made by Irwin, and this is the action figure life draft. It has not been opened. Like I said, it's stapled shut. The action figure life draft plus accessories figure not included. You've got this boy and this girl probably running down Colorado or Niagara Falls, ready for the big waterfall to go over. A lot of these kind of brown boxes were either mail order or kind of like you'd find them in hobby shops, especially Irwin. That you probably wouldn't find at Toys R Us. However, this you might, or Kitty City or Child City or wherever you guys used to go. Let me show you the same thing in a really cool box, and I have yet to see one again. This is the same life raft in a colored version box. It's a window box. It's shrink wrapped. You can see on the side, look at that. He's got the life raft. The guy's in there in his boat, and there's a plane flying down. I don't know if it's coming to save him. He's got the motor on the back. Made in the USA. Action figure life draft. Showed you guys the side. Irwin. I did not open this. It definitely needs to be dusted a little bit. Well, if I turn upside down, all the pieces are going to go. So what I'll do is I'll kind of show it to you from this side. So supposedly what's in that brown box is what's in here, which is this big raft. And this is definitely G.I. Joe size. And this is not inflatable. This is a hard plastic bowl molded raft. There's 2 oars in there. There is looks like there's a rope. Actually, it should tell us what's in there, doesn't it? Maybe it doesn't tell us. Yeah, it doesn't tell us what's in there. There's a rope. I guess, I don't know if those are plastic hooks or whatever to tie it up with. Then, of course, we've got the gas can, the seat. I believe that's a seat. And, of course, the motor. All blow molded plastic. Same thing as what I showed you in this box. But when you take a look here, I mean, back in the 60s, 70s, this would be something you'd buy. This you're going to need when you get into later days because the colors and so on. Wow, Mom, look at that. And it was knockoff, but it worked with G.I. Joe and action figures. It could use it with Mego, I guess, if you want. And just very, very cool. This is probably it's almost 2 feet long. It's probably about 22 inches, I'd say, or so. And that's what she said. Yes, you're correct. There's the back of the box. So I thought that was actually pretty cool. So those are some Irwin goodies. I have a ton of other Irwin stuff. I have the Doom buggies. I have tons of the green, the pink, the red. What else is there? The green ones were actually really cool because the green ones made by Irwin were actually made for Action Jackson, whereas these boxes were generic Irwin Doom buggies. The ones for Action Jackson, some of them made in a red, white, and blue box, kind of with the stars, like the old Action Jackson stuff. And I believe they must have been licensed by me, or licensed or permissioned by Mego, because they literally stole the graphics to put them on. Then they put Action Jackson on it. There's a stripe and so on. I'll show you those guys. Show you those on another show. Lost in the ocean after a boating accident. Decide who to eat first. That's an excellent truth there, Buck. You were 100% correct. Let's see. Oh, hang on a second. I'm reading. So Danny Gates says, I might have another light for the second vehicle. Bam! That's fucking fantastic, Danny. I would love that. George Cairns is here. George, the K-Master. What up, Georgie K? George is Mego aficionado. George, believe it or not, was hired by Mego to provide constructive criticism. He went in, he gave his opinion, and he was kicked out in less than 2 minutes. So, George, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, so the Irwin figures, the Irwin cars and stuff are really cool. They made tons of stuff. I'll just keep plugging this. If you go to mymegolike.com and you go on the left and drop down, you'll see they're down towards the bottom are vehicles. There's Irwin stuff. They made planes you put action figures into for G.I. Joe. They made cars. They made jalopies. They pretty much made every, like, really cool cars. And they pretty much made everything that motorcycles, I mean, you name it, they did it. They even made a helicopter, a yellow blow molded helicopter, which was made for G.I. Joe. It's kind of a funny looking banana looking thing, but it's actually cool and it's very hard to find. But they did all kinds of stuff. And they made them, they did them in different colors so that girls would, they buy them, put them in pink so girls would get them for Barbie, I guess. They, made them look, they put some silver on them, make the stuff more appealing for Barbie. The rest they kind of did for G.I. Joe and so on. So yeah, it was, they did a really cool run of stuff. Irwin Toys is very cool. Very, very cool. And you guys have any Irwin stuff? I'm guessing Buck does or had some. There was a guy in our group, I don't know if he's still in, but there was a guy who had now Sanchez on Facebook causing shit. Lulo's Bananas. Who he owned I think almost every Irwin vehicle. They even made, this is really cool. They made a ATV. I just showed you the yellow one. They made it in an olive green for Action Jackson. Wicked hard to find. Wicked hard to find. If you have one, congratulations. I would suggest you hold on to it. Because people give some pretty cool money. It's kind of the same color as the Action Man one that I was talking to with Danny Gates the other day. I know you can't help it. It's okay. We have to renew your Thorazine prescription there, Mr. Sanchez. I'm actually watching I'm actually watching because it's doing closed captions on my phone. It's 10 seconds behind. So now I know how this is actually, now I know exactly what's going on here. Okay. So if you look below over here, this is the YouTube link for the Thursday show, Open by Chance, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Open by Chance with Lady Pop Hunter and David Eon. And then down at the bottom, Meagle Likes Growing Again, live stream Thursday, November 17th at 7 p.m. with special guest Metallica. Da, 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 da. No, so in all seriousness, yeah, that'll be fun. I'm a little nervous about being on the other side of the questioning, if you will. But they're very good people. Crazy collection. If you have not subscribed to Open by Chance, you need to check it out. David Eon and LPH have, I don't know how to explain it. They basically have their own store in their basement or warehouse. I mean, everything is on display. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we're going to close up with that because I've been on for 37 minutes. That's 37 minutes of your life you'll never get back. But yeah, but check it out. If you're watching on Facebook, great. You can also watch it on YouTube. Just look for My Meagle Like on YouTube. You can put it on. And that's pretty much it. Oh, now you're back. Now Sanchez is back. Now you're back on YouTube and you're off Facebook. Okay, I see you. All right, I will. I'm trying to see if there's any messages I missed here. Okay, all right, I am out of here. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'm going to put some packages of stuff that I don't want that people may want, and I don't know. Let me know if you're interested. All right, peace, bitches. Have a great day.